appreciate it.
The one last thing I can think of that really, for me, stole the show when they do the big number, they come into the city, like they're standing before like Sultan and
Yeah.
Jasmine and stuff, and then like because I remember the handmaidens like when they're singing the number and she's looking at Jasmine, he's got the money, but there's that moment when he's trying to pitch himself. It's like, what have you brought? And he's like, jams, breads, and gold camels, and
And that thing over there is ominous for a
he's
reason.
just like, don't help me. Like, it's like, all right, it's a bow, not a freaking like worship,
courtesy,
like just all that stuff. I think that was like gold. That wasn't from the original
No,
like
yeah.
animation and stuff, but
You feel the awkwardness though. You're like,
Do that really well.
Dang.
Yeah.
But like I could have watched like another hour of just that, him just trying like, oh, what do you hope to purchase? You, I mean,
Not you. I
Not
mean-
you.
just
Yeah.
Will Smith's classic kind of no.
You know what we haven't actually talked about, which is actually a really big part of the movie, is like the music, like the songs.
Oh, the songs, yes.
Favorite
like,
song.
Whole new world.
They did
Whole
that
New World.
really well.
When they released the cover, you know how they always have like famous singers like cover like the icon
Yes.
song.
Yeah.
Like who did Reflection for Milan? Was it Christina?
I think it was Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, and then they did this one for a whole new world before we even heard the film version, and I was like, oh no, because they put
It
so
was
many runs,
terrible.
and it was just
It was, who'd you say, Zayn and
I don't know who the other chick is.
Whoever it
They're both
is.
very talented.
very talented singers.
felt like-
Let's
terrible
not say
cover.
it's terrible.
It's
different
terrible.
because they might watch the video and be like, oh, why?
No,
Well,
like, I
they need to
appreciated
like
it.
whoop, rein that in.
But again, I think it's another one of those things where if you hear a song the same way
Yeah.
for so long. But I felt like A Whole New World in the film was very reminiscent of more of the original.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they, like in the Broadway one, if you listen to the soundtrack, there's a little bit of ad lib and a bit of like other lines that they sing beforehand. And I was like, oh, I wonder which way they're going to go. And it was so good to hear that
Oh, it
without
was.
it. Like it's just
Chills.
simple and it just didn't have any crazy embellishments that came
Yeah.
out of nowhere. It was just
No, don't need
perfect.
to. You don't really need to with it.
Yeah.
Like even in this movie, they changed up slightly with some of the runs and stuff where they've broken some of the runs up, and I was like, okay, well that's fine.
Yeah.
It
Well,
helps
did you have
me.
a favorite song?
I think, yeah, Friend Like Me, like where he's doing the puppetry and stuff, I really didn't think that they'd be able to do it as well, if not better, than the animated. And even the stage show was like beautiful, but I just kind of, watching the film and seeing that, I was like, wow, they did it. They actually made Friend Like Me like look amazing. I think when Make Way for Prince Ali, that was good.
was good,
That's
yeah.
like kind of my second. But I think Whole New World kind of, that's always going to be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so heavy on my heart.
You
like
know, I think my number one favorite is the Marketplace.
What, the One
song.
Jump
the
Ahead?
start.
One Jump Ahead. Yeah, loved it.
The,
I just really enjoyed it. Like him doing all the the fun stuff through the city as well, all the
Yeah.
parkour
Like the
stuff.
obstacle course.
Yeah, parkour. And singing as well. I thought that was just really good. I just really enjoyed that song, and the fact that they
Yeah.
incorporated some bits from the animation series and still did stuff on their own. Yeah, I thought
We
that
were
was really
talking
good.
about actually some things they did exactly in the animated as well.
Yes.
Like after he kisses Jasmine after the carpet ride, and he just lets out this like sigh of like happiness, and he
Yes.
falls backwards, and he falls
Floats.
onto the carpet. Oh, that just made my heart sing because I loved the animated Aladdin. He was just like.
Adorable.
Yeah, he was really great, wasn't he? And seeing that happen in the movie as well, like, there's a few other things, like, or lines that were,
Put
exactly
in.
from
Yeah.
the movie, and I was like, oh, that's great that they did that, because people who have obviously seen the movie 1,000 times will recognize it. It's
And
awesome.
what was your favorite song?
I think
Whole
I
New
said A Whole
World.
New World earlier,
Yeah.
but I think it's hard because I don't
There's
want
some
to say
pretty good ones in there.
yes, really good ones. Like, I don't want to say I like Speechless less in the movie. I think because they're broken up,
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of carry that through. Like, we're talking about Prince Ali. Obviously that's a massive song in itself, and then they've got the reprise. But the two parts to Speechless, I almost forgot about the first part until she started singing
Yeah.
again, which was being taken away. And I thought, kind of sounds better as like one whole song.
Yeah.
I love she got her own song, because there were songs from the Broadway one I was kind of hoping and wished maybe they were going to bring in the movie, but they didn't. And now I've seen the movie, I'm kind of glad they did. It's a 2-hour movie. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty long.
it's pretty long
Yeah.
anyway. Million Miles Away was one of my favorite songs from the Broadway soundtrack, and I'm kind of glad, now I am kind of glad they didn't put, I don't know if you remember the song These Palace Walls,
Yes.
which Jasmine sang in the Broadway version, and
Yeah.
obviously it's about her being stuck in there, she couldn't get out, and obviously we didn't need to see any of that because she was already exploring at the beginning of the movie,
Yeah.
and it kind of made room for a song that was a bit more...
More relevant, I would say.
Yeah, a bit more relevant, a bit more powerful, and a bit more expressive of who she is in
Yeah.
this movie. She holds a lot more power in this movie than she does in the other ones.
Yeah, true.
Like, she was always never afraid to speak her mind in the animated ones. Don't get me wrong, but this one, she,
Silenced a lot.
yeah, and she was like just ready to like say
Let it-
whatever,
yeah.
and it was.
The only part I didn't enjoy of the song was just the fact they made her own little film clip in there.
It looked like a music video.
It
like
did.
a separate music
yeah,
video.
and I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That
I
just
do
took
agree
me
with
out
that.
for the minute, and then when we get back into the movie, I'm back in.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
It just like I get that she had to have her like kind of moment, her
Yeah.
music clip and stuff. I keep like it's a petty thing for me to be like, it's called Aladdin. It's like him and stuff, but like also too, you can't have one without the other. I
Yeah.
don't think that the whole talk about like that first kiss that they have from the animated where Carpet kind of pushes him up
Yeah.
to kiss her.
Yeah.
And when they put that in the movie, I was just like, they did it.
Yeah, like
But,
good culprit.
That was something that I think they executed that perfectly. I can't think of anything else I can be like happy about or spewing about.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it
but
was good.
I was
like-
really happy she had her own song, though.
Yeah.
Even though the movie is about Aladdin, I feel like Jasmine was one of those first princesses, though, in the originals to be a little bit
Yeah.
more like fierce and to speak her mind. 'Cause before that, you had Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Belle. Oh
Yeah,
no, Belle was
absolutely
still
right.
great actually as
Yeah.
well. But she was the one that kind of wanted not to break the rules, but to go against what was being said to her. So I think it would be a what's the word I'm looking for? It wouldn't be right if she didn't have her
It
own
was
song in
good,
this one. I
yeah.
think, yeah.
I mean, it was nice to see a powerful moment for her in the movie.
Yeah, and I feel like, I'm going back to the Broadway one again, but if they put These Palace Walls in there instead of that song, that wouldn't have done it justice.
No, I don't
at
think it would have
all.
worked just because the fact we didn't spend a lot of time in the Palace Walls. So.
Yeah.
it also like for me, it's that whole kind of Aladdin's Luke Skywalker, Genie's Han Solo, Jasmine's got to be Princess Leia, but it's also kind of like those three have got to like share that story, like go on that journey together. But I think the Handmaiden, she was necessary, in my opinion.
So you liked that arc they did with the genie and Dahlia?
him going human and saying, yeah, let's go travel the world together. I thought that was really
I thought
sweet
that was a very good ending.
because you could see him like just
Practical.
kind of craving, I just want to get out of this lamp. Like anyone can relate to, I just want to get out of this house and just go and see
Yeah.
the world or go and do
Yeah.
something rather than just serve my place here. And
Because
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't kind of keep his, like, even though he was free,
You could have stayed Genie.
like, because even though the genie was free in the original, he still had his powers, though, right?
Yeah.
I remember him saying, "Oh, ask me for something crazy, like tell me to wish for the Nile or something," and he's like, "Nope," and he just like still spins around and is doing all these
Yeah.
crazy things. So I'm surprised like that didn't carry through.
Yeah, it
he
was
had,
quite a
he had that
practical ending.
moment, like when it has him say, trust me, kid, wishing for more money and more power, it's never ever enough. I think that moment of where he's just like, I want to be human, I want to have like,
Because
you
you've
know,
just seen it happen too many times, you reckon?
yeah,
Yeah.
and also too, like, I think the way it starts off too with him singing Arabian Nights, it kind of like it's a nice full circle kind of deal because the animated didn't really show like the whole sort of, oh yeah, that's the genie you're talking to or listening to in
I
the
think
start.
that was the fun and mystery of it as well. I think in
Yeah.
the animation, it's just like, oh, it's the genie, but like, what's he doing now, and how does he know all these things? Whereas this one, they kind of give him an ending, like give him
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Yeah.
like another,
A little send off, I suppose.
yeah,
A little human life.
and doesn't make way for a sequel that we don't need. Like, you know, like if he did keep his powers and stuff like they did in the original, and I've been thinking, oh my gosh, is there gonna be like,
Yeah, what's
are
he
they
up
gonna
to?
do another one? But this one is just like, yep, he got his ending, they
Yes.
got theirs, and that's you know,
Yeah.
happily ever
Closed
after.
story.
I have it like it came full circle and everything.
Yeah.
But is there anything else we can think
No,
of?
At the
like,
end of the day and end of the movie, I was quite happy. I was dancing both times when I
Yeah,
walked out of
came
the
out,
cinema
like, you were
and
just-
just really enjoying myself and just really happy with how they did it and how they went about it. Yeah, sure, there's some nitpicky stuff, but once you get past it, it's kind of like, well, yeah.
and it's
good.
rewatchable. Tanya and I have seen it twice. Bianca's first time.
Yep.
I think like I could watch it a third time and still find stuff that I'm like, hey, I didn't notice that last time. but-
Yeah.
Yeah. Is like anything else you can think of? Like nothing.
I,
No.
I'm just really happy.
Yeah. Cinema
Walked
movie.
out happy.
Yeah, like again, I was so unsure going into it, and you know, didn't listen or read to anyone else's opinions about the movie before I walked in, so just wasn't knowing what to expect. And being the big Aladdin fan that I am, I was
Yeah.
I just walked out smiling, and I was trying to really hard not to tap my foot, like really like, you know,
Mine
kind of
was
moving my
going.
seat, yeah, while the songs were going. I'd happily see it another time at the cinema for sure. And obviously the cinema we went to was really lovely, like the
Yeah.
sound quality,
Dolby
the Dolby
sound,
Atmos,
yeah.
and
Good old event cinemas, Whitford's.
yeah. The
Awesome.
cinema
Come
here
on,
is so
come on.
nice.
Yeah.
I love, like, you know, I've come here, especially in VMAX, to see a couple of movies now, and oh, it sounds fantastic, and I just get so immersed in it, and like in that kind of,
Yeah.
in that cinema particularly. So good.
And also too, if you do come to event cinemas, you can get some really awesome popcorn boxes, collector cups, everything. Not the lamp, we got our own
Oh,
lamp,
this lamp you can get from Zings.
which is very awesome. But yeah, all in all, I think it's worth seeing in the cinema. I think it's definitely worth like, you know, paying VMAX for
Big
it and
screen
stuff.
for sure.
But yeah, I'm happy, like, yeah, with all in all, film, story, characters, all of
Yeah.
that. Anything we can touch on?
No,
Nothing?
Just
Yeah.
thank you so much to Event Cinemas for helping us out and letting
Thank
us
you.
do this.
They
And,
really delivered
yeah,
on
just
this.
so awesome having all the staff help us out.
Thanks, Stormy Plays.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
don't
you.
worry.
No, thanks for having me again.
Thanks
This
for
was
Tally
fun.
Glam for glamming me up.
And also too, like, where can we find, like, or what can we expect next
Yeah.
from you?
Oh,
What's happening?
well, bit of slow progress going at the moment, but I'm hoping to have a proper Twitch and YouTube schedule up and running
Yes.
soon, which is really exciting. Playing a few variety of different games, and there's some coming out. Looking forward to playing as well. And we have Supernova in Australia coming up, so I'll be getting ready to cosplay for that weekend. So I
jelly.
might even do some costume reviews, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
and let people know.
Are
where
you keeping what you're going to be a secret for now and letting it reveal
I-
later?
I'll do one of them because one of them's still in the works, but I'm definitely going to be Spider-Man. for one of
Oh,
the days,
yes.
for sure. Yeah.
You have an awesome
And,
Spider-Man costume.
Thank you. No, I'll probably be doing a review of that costume.
Yes.
That's already something I've been thinking about for quite a while.
Awesome.
You know, where to buy it, where to get it. You know, it's great.
Oh, I look
love
forward to
cosplay.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, I really do.
But yeah, no, you guys have been. And thanks for having me.
No, thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
so
We'll
much
definitely do it again. I mean, after all, there
So
is
many
like
movies.
so many flicks coming out. Lion King,
Yes.
Spider-Man: Far From
Yeah.
Home. Like, there's just so many, like Hobbs Shaw, like, you know, Fast and Furious first spin-off, and then there's like stacks more. The Joker movie in October, the Terminator
in
Dark
October?
Fate movie like October.
I know, we're
Um,
not far off.
Star Wars
So
Episode
many
9. There's
Star
just
Wars.
so
There's so many.
flicks coming out. But if you agree with us, if you like what our review was, and if we missed anything at all, let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe. Check out Stormy Plays as well, because she's got some great stuff coming up for us, and also
Thanks.
great stuff that you can see as well.
Yep, make sure you check out Tali Glam if you're any makeup artistry that you want to know and learn about. She's your girl.
And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy it.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.